What's up guys, Evan from the Worst Generation here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a new deck list I came up with. I just came 5-0 at the most recent 41-person house rules game tournament, and I think you guys are going to like what you see here. Alright, so first, Kinemon, our leader, allows you to be playing all of your Wano cards for a reduction cost. Super important for the playstyle of the deck, and then it really changes out your curve out. With the Kinemon stuff, you want to be going second for the most part. Then, for Okiku, one of the most pivotal part of your deck, just the tap control and then vanilla stat line on her as well. It's super good card. With the Kinemon's effect, you can play her down for 2, so on turn 1, if you're going second, you can just play her down. Your other really important body in this deck is going to be Yamato. Yet again, more tap control. Green is really good at being able to control whether just resting their blockers or removing characters that you want to get rid of that they're not prepared for. 4/6, another really good vanilla stat line. With the Kinemon's effect, she's a 3/6. So you're able to cheat her out really early, and then it's really nice. And then another one of your bodies that you're going to be playing, I play 2 Raizo. It's just another 3-drop. If you don't open up Okiku, it's nice to have the Raizo. And then it really partners out well. In the deck, on attack, if you have something rested, you draw a card. And yet again, another card that you could just be playing turn 1. And then on top of that, play 3 Yamato. So not a lot of deck builds play this card. However, I like it. It's a 4-drop, so whenever you're thinking about cards in this deck, think about, would you play this card instead if it was a 4/5? That's how I can conceive it. And then later, I'll be showing you guys some of the combos that I do with this deck. So those are going to be your main, like, kind of mid-range attackers. On top of that, I do, to finish off the Wano package, I'll do 4 Nekos, 4 Momosuke's, and then Momosuke is such a pivotal card. It searches basically every card in your deck, and just seeing it helps you out and then basically grabs whatever you need at the time. Then 3 Odin. Odin is the best card in the deck. It's probably, in my opinion, it's the best card in green. Odin really just establishes every matchup. It's so strong. Attacking twice with an 8k body is so nice. You can put more dot on it too. If you decide to go for double swing, it swings for 15 twice. That's bigger than what Kid Leader swings for. And then if they kill it, it lets you search your deck for a 3-drop or less Wano character, so you can grab Okiku with that. So putting a lot of resources into killing this card and then just being like, okay, fine, I'm going to play an Okiku is so strong. For the 2Ks, 2 Scratchman, 4 Izo, and then 4 Carrot. This is what I played for the tournament. Honestly, I would take out the Scratchman, 2 Carrots, and then put in the Chopper that just came out, the Film Chopper. The reason why I was playing Apu was because my first iteration of this deck was playing Bonnies, so I didn't think about putting in a different 2K, but now that I'm not playing Bonnies, I would remove the Apus. Carrot, you don't really see this card played much. People didn't, like, when I was using against people, they even realized it was a 2K when I first started using it. She's a 5/5 body. End of your turn, you get to untap 1. So it just allows you to establish a decent body on board if you don't have anything else, and then also being able to untap your Dawn. So you can tap out and then have a untapped Dawn for event plays defensively. Even if you don't have it, it baits it. 4 Law. Then I do 4 Toki, 2 Killer, and then 4 Beige. So this is the blocker lineup. It plays a lot of blockers, especially now in this format. Not a lot of people play blockers. They kind of reduce down with all the new stuff, but I still like playing the blockers. Toki is a really good card. She becomes a blocker if you have an Odin on board, where, yes, you don't you might be like, oh, well, you only play 3 Odin. But the thing is that the Yamatos have another effect on them that says that they become Odin on board. So that's another reason to be playing this Yamato, is just that effect that allows you to make this card a live blocker. So in reality, you're playing 10 Odins in deck, so that's a pretty solid number. And then a 1-drop blocker that has counter is really, really nice. So I like this card more than Beige. So if I were going to make edits, it would probably be more over this. And then the last 2 cards, I have 2 Paradise Waterfalls. I'm playing 4 Laws, so being able to block with a Law and then Paradising it and then bringing it back up is super strong. And then also it just helps defensively plays against, if they're trying to take out some of your key attackers on your board, you can send them back to active to prevent them from dying. So, some of the cool combos that you can do in this deck. So, just like very basic, you can go, if you're going second, turn 1 play Okiku, then next turn 2 play Yamato, and then on your turn 3, you can go 1 Dawn on Okiku, swing, rest their blocker, and then you can put 5 Dawn on Yamato, and then this is seeing 10 2 damage banish on turn 3. And then you removed the blocker when you did that. And then that's super powerful. Even if they didn't have, if they have 2 blockers on board for some reason, if you can, you might be able to pair that with a Neko. But that's such a strong play that either rips out a lot of cards in hand or puts you in a very favorable by just removing 2 damage right away. Another thing, the Yamatos, the new Yamato, she's one of the best cards in the deck. Sometimes you just have to play her as a body. I do this a lot, where on turn 2 I don't have anything better, so I just play her as a 4/6. She, just establishing a 6k body for 3 Dawn is super, super cost effective. That even makes up for the fact that you might just be playing her as a vanilla. In my mind, if you could, would you, like, if you were playing down a 3/6 vanilla, would you be playing that card? Most likely. So I like it, and then if you get the rest off of it, you get the rest off of it. Something else I like to do in this deck a lot, turn 1, play Raizo, and then turn 2, you're at 4 Dawn, you can go play Momosuke, rest Momosuke, you're at 2 Dawn. Oh, so before you play the Momosuke, a lot of people don't realize is that Kinemon's effect activates for the next character that meets its conditions. So I have 1 character on board, I go activate Kinemon's effect before I play anything else. I play the Momo for 1. This doesn't affect Kinemon's effect, so I still have that effect live in my pocket. I go rest Momosuke, check top 5, and then I can grab an Okiku. Then I can go swing with Raizo. I now have a rested guy, so I draw a card, and then with my last 2 Dawn, I can play an Okiku. And this is turn 2. Like, this isn't like a late game play or anything. I'm doing this turn 2, and this happens pretty often. And then next turn, you can be like swing Okiku, play Law, reset the Okiku. This deck has like a lot of really cool little interactions with each other. That's really fun to play. A lot of people say, is it better than Kid? I think the early game is a lot better than Kid, and then your late game might fall off compared to just having a double swing leader. But at the end of the day, if you can establish this Odin's better than Kid. So being able to establish this Odin, if you're going first, you can play this for 7 Dawn. 7 Dawn. So you can still play this on turn 4 no matter what, whether or not you're going first or second, and that's super powerful. So even though I really like going second in this deck because you get to have that really strong turn 1 and turn 2 with your Okikus and your Yamatos and then like the Raizo and the Momo and stuff like that, if you're going first, it's not even the end of the world because going first, my curve out can still be, I'll play Yamato turn 2 for 3 Dawn, and then I can still be like, I'll establish a Law on board, and then, or I can play like, I'll play a Momosuke, and then they're going to swing into that Momosuke, so it dies, and I'm back to 1 card on board, and then I go play Odin for 7. So that's some really good plays to think about. I really love this deck to death. When playing in that recent tournament, I played against 2 Smoker, 2 Whitebeard, and then 1 Ivankov. I think this deck does really well into basically anything. It can play well against anything at all. I think the scariest matchup is probably Smoker, if they just kind of high roll you and see anything, because a Smoker deck that sees anything can beat anything. But for the most part, I feel like this deck is really set up to be a strong contender, if not the best deck, one of the best decks in the format, 100%. But yeah, this was my profile. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to see more deck profiles like this in the future, let us know. If there's a specific leader or deck that you guys are trying to see more of, let us know. Interact with us. We're just trying to figure out what type of content you guys are looking for. So thank you.